It's your boy Concert Viz 34, and today I want to talk about Farm Aid 2018 in Hartford, Connecticut. I am hyped for this just because I've wanted to see a lot of these artists for a while together at this amazing event. And we'll talk about the lineup, we'll talk about the people behind the scenes and their real message for what this event is about for local farmers. But I did make that video a couple months ago. Now this wasn't my information, but there were those rumors circulating, and we didn't know what was gonna happen. But now it's been confirmed as of yesterday. I wanted to wait until today to make the video because I just went through a request process through the warehouse. That's the official Dave Matthews Band fan club or fan association. So I do have some insight on what the prices will look like for some of the pre-sales and on sales. And again, I'm going on based on what the warehouse showed me. And I'll also go over some discrepancies between what you can request through the DMB fan page and what you can't request through there that you only can request on the on sale. But this is going to be a great event. I'm happy for my area of the country, Hartford, Connecticut. People think Connecticut is a bunch of rich people in concentrated wealth in one state. It's far from the truth as far as the entire state. And you have areas of wealth. Fairfield County, you have tons of wealth. The shoreline on certain areas have tons of wealth, but also on the shoreline, also in Fairfield County, also where I live in Hartford County, you have working class people. And this event will help our economy. This event will help local farmers. And we have farmers that there are people, just, again, Connecticut's not just a bunch of mansions and people running trust funds and hedge funds in New York or running insurance companies in Hartford that are making tons of money. There are working class people here. There are tons of farms. I go to farmers markets. And shout out to, I gotta say, with South Windsor, Connecticut, I don't live there anymore, but I was born and raised there. They have a great farmers market that sometimes I have family members go and get me stuff. And I go and pick it up from their house. They have amazing things right in the heart of South Windsor. At the community center, so check that out during the weeks. There's tons of farmers markets. But anyway, we are excited for Farm Aid to be in Hartford, and it's going to be a great hub because you're going to have the people of Western Massachusetts that there are farms out there. They can come down. Even some of the other New Englanders that are 3 to 6 hours away. It's still closer than some of the other farm aids in recent history. We had Mansfield, Mass in '08, but that was really as close as you got, except upstate New York and points south of that. And then you have upstate New York. Again, this will be a trek that fans can make, whether they're for the music, whether they're there for the commerce and business and discussions. It'll be right there. You take 84 through. You can take 91 from north and south. And again, I'm just excited for that. And then the lineup. I love, as you know, Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds. When they are so far up the bill, that just means there's great action. Mr. Mellencamp, Willie Nelson, and Neil Young. Neil Young is again, I've been wanting to see Neil Young for years. He is just a great import from Canada. Canada gives us some great artists and bands, despite Nickelback and Justin Bieber. I mean, Neil Young is just an example of a great Canadian guy who brought his music to America, and we've been better because of that music. So I'm excited to see the lineup here and have it right in my stomping grounds of Hartford County and in the greater Hartford area. Now, I want to talk about some of the pricing, and this is just what I saw from the warehouse in the DMB fan club. Usually it's spot on as far as pre-fee pricing. You'll see a map that I put as this kind of the picture for this video, and I'm gonna break down the prices that I did see today. So the cheapest get-in price is gonna be the lawn, $54.50 before fees is what I saw for that. And the lawn here, this is another great thing about bringing it to Connecticut and Hartford. Our lawn seats 22,000 people. You're going to get a lot more fans into this venue than you would most amphitheaters in the country, except Alpine, and there's maybe one or two other ones that come close. 22,000 people, that's bigger than some the biggest arenas. You look at the Montreal Canadiens arena, the Bell Center, it's about 1,000 more than that ish, give or take. You look at Philly Wells Fargo and some of the other bigger arenas in the United States, we can fit that crowd on our lawn. And then we have 7,500 seats, but 5,450 for the lawn area. uh, the next price point is the upper reserved. These are really, there's a couple seats dead center in the third tier or the upper level of this venue or pavilion. Those are going to be kind of at a higher price, but everything else, like 90% of the upper reserve or upper area of this venue is $110. And this is only going to be what appears Ticketmaster only. So this may be pre-sales and maybe the on sale. But for the warehouse DNB fan club, I could not get access to these seats, and I wanted that price point because I think it's the best value. But I think they just want to allow for the average Joe who's not a part of some of these fan clubs for the artists to, get out there and get that ticket price. The first in pavilion option you have at the warehouse is the middle reserved slash in that upper reserve. Some of the best rows dead center are priced at that point. It's $179.50 for that price point. This is really the mid pavilion, the middle tier for seating. And then you get to the lower reserve, also another warehouse option, the best option you can get. These are the best seats in the lower pavilion. It's $279.50. So these tickets are an investment. Okay, you are going to be paying a lot, even with the lawn, which is almost for 54.50 plus fees. That's expensive, but you're getting a once in a lifetime experience. And for someone like me, I jumped on it because I don't know when it's ever going to come back to this area, the Northeast, in foreseeable future. But for some people, if you've had a long concert season, you want to save your money for other shows that are coming up towards fall and winter. This may be a little bit more pricier than you think, but you can always wait around and see. I mean, again, this is going to be a big event. It's the scarcity of the event being in this area. I think ticket prices are going to be high in the secondary. The lawn maybe day of or closer you can get a deal, but this is going to be a coveted event because we don't get this in Hartford, Connecticut. Neil Young, John Mellencamp, everyone who's pulled up for this event that is usually the usuals, and then all the people like Chris Stapleton and Casey Musgraves that are just young and rising stars. You have Lucas Nelson, I believe, in his band. This doesn't come around, so I think it's going to be a very popular event for our area. And these are artists that do resonate in this part of the country. Willie Nelson has come here to Connecticut, and he's gotten great crowds. We, even though we're Northeast, bad roads, aggressive, mean behavior, people love these artists. Country is big here. So you have like a Casey Musgrave, she's going to get fan, Mr. Stapleton as well. So those are the price points. I wanted to go over those. Best of luck to everyone. See what you can do. There's a couple different ways to go. If you want the upper reserves, I say skip the fan clubs and go straight to the Ticketmaster pre-sales or the on sale, because again, they're kind of holding that. 7,500 seats indoors, so those are kind of, you're fighting for those, and then there's 22,000-ish, lawn seats that you can have. This show, I would say as well, if you are on the lawn, if they're gonna make it so that the lawn is sold to capacity, you may not be able to bring lawn chairs in. If they're gonna cut the lawn back, just because it is the event is farm made, it's not like, a Saturday country show that's rowdy or a Saturday D&B show that's rowdy. In yesteryear, they may, if they reduce the lawn, maybe they will allow lawn chairs, but I think they're going to try to 34. That's all I got for today. I'm out.